Hi everybody, I hope you're having a good day today. So let's address the question on how to go vegan. So this will be in several different videos. We're not going to make it long for you. Going to make it short, sweet, and to the point, right? So how to go vegan. So even raw vegan or just to eat healthier in general. How do you do that? Well, there's a lot of people who can do it overnight. Or I mean, there's very few people who can do it overnight, but a lot of people, they need those baby steps. They need to slowly incorporate healthier foods into their diet, and over time, it'll eventually become a very good, healthy habit where all of a sudden you're all consumed with healthiness. That's what we want. That's what we want, right? So our plates. So number one, it's very important to get enough sugar and carbohydrates. I know if you've been in the health movement long enough, you've heard about this carbohydrate business and the sugars and stuff, and that is true. It is true. But definitely we need the fats, and we need the amino acids and proteins and all that other lovely stuff too. But we definitely do need carbohydrates and sugars. Okay, your body runs off that stuff. I mean, the longer you dive into this and the longer you experience it yourself, your body needs those sugars and the carbohydrates. There's a reason why when people eat animal products, how they're not really fully satiated until they have dessert. Until they have dessert. So, like, that should tell you something. Yet their stomach is full. Their stomach is full, but they're not fully satiated. And they have to have dessert before they actually feel like, okay, can't do anymore. So it's telling you like they didn't have enough sugar for their dinner. So we need sugars and we need the carbohydrates, but we need to get it from the right source. And even if you do vegan, even if you have a heavy, high fat, high protein vegan meal, and you're not fully satiated after it, and you feel like you want dessert, it's telling you, obviously you didn't have enough sugar during the day. You didn't have enough sugar at that meal, because your body needs that sugar, but we need it from the plant foods. So for our meals, so your whatever meal it is, of course, I know for me, I like to have all my sweet stuff, my fruits, sweet smoothies and juices during the day. And when it comes time for dinner, that's when I want my savoriness. And so when I'm done with dinner, I don't want anything else for the rest of the day. I don't think about dessert. Dessert's really not a thing on my mind ever, because I have dessert all day long. And then I have my savory, creamy, high fat, higher fat dinner meal, and I am completely satiated. And so I'm very balanced, I guess you could say balanced. That would be a good way of putting it. But for your meal, however you go about this during the day, if you need savoriness, make those savory meals. So if you need to slowly incorporate it, have your regular stuff that you are wanting to get off of. If you can't get rid of it completely, have that, but slowly cut it back. So like if you have a regular hamburger, a regular turkey sandwich or something, and you just can't get off of that just yet, put like an extra like slice or serving of fruit. Eat fruit first. Eat fruit first. And so you'll find yourself not eating that others as much as that other stuff. And when you reach for food, reach for fruit. Make sure you have plant foods always available at your reach. But if you feel like you can't give up animal products just yet and that dairy, slowly cut it back. So like I just said, like if you have a sandwich, or if you have like nachos or mac and cheese or whatever, if you still can't get off of that, slowly cut it back. Every time you have it, if you're trying to get off of it, eventually you have to cut it at one point. But again, a lot of people need more time for cutting it out. So to do that, slowly cut it back. So you could start off with a regular serving, and then the next time you have your normal serving of that unhealthy meal, what you can do is take 1/4 of a cup out. To like, don't make as much, just take 1/4 of a cup out and keep cutting it back. Keep taking a chunk back, and then your body starts getting used to a smaller amount of that unhealthy food, but replace what you took out with the healthy foods, with the vegetables, the fruits, the grains, the nuts and seeds, okay? If you do want to incorporate grains and beans and stuff like that. Depends on how optimal you want to go too, but slowly cut the bad stuff out and replace it with something good. So you still have the bad stuff in there, but if you can't get off of it right away, so you kind of satisfying that unhealthy craving, but at the same time you're kind of like overpowering it. So little by little, the bad stuff gets smaller and the big stuff gets bigger, and before you know it, it's all good stuff, and it'll be easier to get off of it completely. Now for me, I went raw vegan overnight, and I haven't looked back. So definitely vegan and plant-based. I'm more on the high raw. I incorporated some cooked food, like beans and tofu and some grains every now and then, but high raw vegan, plant-based for sure. But I know when I first started my journey, I went raw vegan overnight because I was so determined. My mindset was set and ready. I was ready. So that's another thing, is your mindset, your mental health. So I think it's really important to address your mental state as well when it comes to food and what you are wanting, the goal you want for your health that you want to achieve. Because if your mind's not set to it, you're not going to do it, obviously, right? There's that saying, you can set your mind, you can do anything that you set your mind to, right? That's so true. I've heard that for so many years, and it's so true in anything, including our health, obviously. So if you set your mind to it, and don't beat yourself up. I think that's a big thing, is don't beat yourself up. Know that you are always moving forward. Even if it feels like you're going 10 steps backwards, you are moving forward. That's part of the zigzag and roller coaster plan that we have in our lives. Okay, it's not a straight, easy path. There's ups, downs, Twizzler detours backwards a little bit, but you are still always going forward. But it feels like you're going backwards, but you are going forward. So your mental state is very important too. So I'm going to stop there, you guys. Have a fantastic day today, and I will see you guys next video. Put a big old smile on your face today. I hope I did that for you. I'll see you guys next video. Like and subscribe if you desire for more. See you next video, guys. Bye-bye.